I didn't even. Who'd you get? Oh, you got the cards. Have a wife and a kid. This game sucks. It sucks. Not because it's the Patriots winning. It's just a stupid game. It's not fun. I hate the fact that we ended with a tie and this blowout. It was such a fun football day. No way, Logan! Are you kidding me? That's awesome! I didn't put a single bet in the day. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I think the Steelers are young. They have some kinks to work out. I think the Browns Steeler will be actually a good game when they play. They just get picked. That's sad. Yeah, what a sad game. I mean, I expected it to be a little closer than this. I'm not going to lie. We got last random of the night. Oh, dude, Josh Allen was looking awful. 4 turnovers. He looked like Peterman. He had, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. I was like, Peterman. I was like, let's just put Barkley in at this point, right? Like, because Barkley looked pretty good in the preseason. But he got it together. I think the Bills are going to have a season like that. But I will say this. The optimism, and the last break we talked a little bit about the fantasy. I should have put that up. The fantasy highs and lows of the day. But the optimistic part of the Bills' day was the fact that generally what they do, they have this tendency of getting ahead and then losing or not being able to close out a last drive. Historically, with our quarterbacks, they have this, and even all the way back with Tyrod Taylor and Fitz, just throwing interceptions on the last drive, trying to make something magical happen. We need like 6 points to win or to tie, 7 to win kind of thing. I'm telling you, I've seen countless games. But oh, I'm sure you love the game, but you can't sit there even as a Pats fan and say, oh, that was a fun game to watch. I'm not even talking about the fact that the Pats win. I could care less if the Pats or Steelers win, honestly. I mean, divisionally, obviously, I want the Steelers to win, but I'm just talking football. Like, this is a bummy game to watch. 3 points from Steelers. New England controlled it from the start. There was never really any action. Even Gordon's and Dorsett's touchdowns were a little, blah because they didn't really, I would have liked to see a little bit more back and forth, but here's the Steelers guy. Jalen Samuels going out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Pittsburgh has some work to do. And I will say this. I think that Tomlin can be on the hot seat this year if they don't get it together. I mean, what are you waiting for? They're rebuilding now, and I get it. But you got to put something together. You have pieces in place. You have Juju. You have Connor, who is supposed to be, this great. Simi Cobbs, Mike Gesicki. Chris Evans going out to the Patriots. So I don't know. Man, lots of surprises in the fantasy world. Whoa, we got a redemption, which means it's going to be an on-card auto. If it's a redemption in this, it's on-card. How about a Josh Rosen going out to the Arizona Cardinals? There you go, Logan. Add it to your winnings for today. When you're hot, man. There you go. Joshua Rosen for the Cardinals. I think we're going to get to see him on the Dolphins this year. I mean, what's the game plan with the Dolphins? Members of the team are asking for trades. They want out. What do you do when your team is so bad? I guess they should call the Browns and ask what they did. But, the Dolphins were giving up picks for Rosen. They're not hopeful, I don't think. I don't know. Just my take on it. What do you guys think the Dolphins need to do? Mason Rudolph. Leighton Vander Esch, Silver. Nyheim Hines, Prism. Oh, the Patriots have the easiest schedule in the league. They've made it very clear that their schedule is a cakewalk. That's what I said. I mean, aside from playoffs being tough, what are we watching the league for? It's going to be the Patriots, right? Like, I mean, is there anyone we can get excited about? Some teams that might give them a run, but they were already gifted. They were gifted the easiest schedule in the league, and then the Raiders personally wrapped Antonio Brown with draft picks. Like, they gave up a third and a fifth. He didn't play a single snap with them, and the Patriots got him for free. It's just it's insane to me how that's happening in the NFL. 2018 Donruss Optic bronze rated rookie on card. That means Michael Gallup, a guy that's on my list right next to me, man. Gallup having a great game. I was a believer. I've been a believer. I can prove it. I have Gallup on almost every single one of my fantasy teams. He was going so late that if you needed a receiver late, he was a guy I was targeting. I saw, Logan, they said that earlier this week that Fitzmagic I saw the list of teams he was with. It's crazy, man. And then played double-digit games for those teams. I mean, good for him. You know what that says about him? Is that he's good enough to be a starter. He's good enough to be in pretty much any locker room because he's never got traded based on drama or something. He comes to the town right next to me, hometown right next to me. I should say my hometown, but it's the one right next to me. And does a charity golf tournament for a kid that was his roommate in college who passed away. My brother got to hang out with him a little bit this year as a part of it. It was cool. He said he was a pretty cool down-to-earth guy. Walked with him for a while at the walk, which was part of the fundraiser. So that was cool. He got to do that. I mean, I would expect nothing less. The guy's very educated. He seems like a down-to-earth guy, and he seems like he's never had issues with anybody on any of his teams, really. But yeah, that is a cool stat. He's made a lot of, you know what though? And no one has an issue with it. Bills paid him. I wasn't even mad. I was a little confused at why we did, but we paid him and then he didn't perform well. But it's not like, it's never been his thing where it's his fault that he's making money. He never was like, I want out. I want to, he just played to the team, decided that they wasn't a good fit anymore. And he said, okay, never complained about getting traded, never complained about, his position. He obviously doesn't want to be a backup anywhere. I think that he handled the situation last year with Jameis real well. He got to do it again this preseason. Put his helmet on, went to work, went up against, Rosen. So, but yeah, today, man, John Ross, Sammy Watkins, Michael Gallup, Hollywood Brown, Terry McLaurin for the Washington Redskins, John Brown for the Bills, TJ Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, and who's the one I left out here that someone brought up earlier? Oh, man. There were some other ones. All 100-plus yard games, usually touchdowns. Guys you wouldn't think, that list of names that you wouldn't think. Terry McLaurin, John Ross, John Brown, DJ Chart, Michael Gallup, Watkins. All great picks today. This guy was also on Thursday. So, it just goes to show you there's value to be had in those late rounds. Mark Andrews was the other one from the Ravens, if I didn't say it. Go Bills, Brandon. Brandon, you didn't happen to be at the game where... Oh, no, that's right. It was in Jersey. I was thinking it was at Buffalo. They don't play till week 3 at home. The Steelers suck dropping balls. Man, what's up, Steelers? Juju just got hurt. He's probably like, oh, man, our team sucks. I don't want to play all year. Ow. Another one. Look at all these Patriots fans coming out. Chris, there was 2 cards in here. That's like a 5-card set. And for the Tampa Bay Bucks, going out to Kevin Proverb. There you go, Kevin. Justin Watson. So Logan, what was in your parlay that you hit on that got you $780 on your parlay? Because that's pretty wild, man. That you must have played some underdogs. Deron Payne, Aaron Donald. Here we go, out of 50. Nice swatch, too, man. We've been pulling some nice stuff out of these collector boxes. Jalen Samuels for the Pittsburgh Steelers. There you go. Just the Niners, like parlayed with the Bills. You must have put a big wager. Usually, I'll put like more teams and less money down on it, just to kind of take a wild. Carson Wentz silver. There's an Antonio a couple teams ago. Traquan Smith. Gonna get to see some guys yet tomorrow. I'm excited about the Monday night games. Hopefully better than the Sunday night game. It was not the Sunday, ending. I was so excited to see the ending of that Lions game. And honestly, I'm not being rude. I could have cared less who won that Lions and Cards game. I do like good endings of games. Was excited that Kyler kind of left himself up there to be questioned as far as does he got it? Was it worth it? Came back, made some moves. Put in big fourth quarter numbers. I'm excited to go back. I didn't see it. I turned it on late. I was driving home and Sirius cut out the NFL channel on my package. It want like so much for it. Oh, the money line on the Bills. So what was that, like minus or like plus 125 for the Bills? Plus 130. The Niners, I don't even know what they're. You took the Niners spread. What was the Titans spread even? I think Ron came in and said about them being a lock, but the Browns being a lock. I was never convinced that the Browns were a team I would take in Survivor or anything like that this week. I took the Ravens as my Survivor pick, mostly because of it being against the Dolphins, but here we go. Good luck, everybody. Let's open another one. Anybody placing anything in DraftKings? I got to see who we still have. Our one contest actually goes till tomorrow, too. So both of our DraftKings contests go till tomorrow, so we won't know the winners of that till the end of the games tomorrow. Here we go. Vikings looking all right. I'm excited. Devin Singletary. Devin, you know what happened in the Bills game? We were talking about, we're like, Devin Singletary doesn't have a carry. They let Devin Singletary start touching the ball. I'm telling you, it changed the game. Look at his second half stats as opposed to his first half stats. Jacques Patrick. I want to say the Jets, but I need to check on that. Titans were only 5.5, but you took the money line on the Titans, right? So what did they come in at, like plus 180? Clayton Thorson for them birdies. There's a Tommy B. Baker. Alvin Kamara. Carson Wentz. Drew Brees pulled his auto earlier. How about a Nick Brosette? Man, I got to check up this one too. It's been a while since we saw that name. Plus 195 on it. Yeah, man, that Titans would have been a good money line to jump in. I didn't even look at the wagers. I didn't have time. I was making sure we had got our fantasy leagues good to go. My lineups were set. Tried to get that break around for the day. I'll put some in probably next week. Did Benny Snell do anything tonight? I had the game on mute for the first break. Didn't even hardly turn it on. Will Greer. 16 straight. Is that in the first half, Brandon? 16 straight passes for the Bills in the first half. Penny Hart. I think Indianapolis Colts on Penny Hart. There you go. Colts were one of my big surprises of the day. Before we open the next box, I'll show you my intro screen from the last break if you didn't get to see it from the first break. Patriots. Why you gotta say no one on the Steelers did anything? I know. Why you gotta bring the Bills into it, Ian? You're just poking me, man, for no reason. You know I'm already mad at the Patriots. Did you see that thing in Bill Belichick I showed earlier? We were just like, fuck it. Give him a 1-year, $9 million bonus. I gotta let it go. I'm trying hard. For the Green Bay Packers, Jace Sternberger going out to the Pack. Green Bay going to be Jason. That Gallup rookie auto. Who has the Cowboys too? Rain. That's a nice redemption. You got the bronze auto from Michael Gallup. When he blows that. Ooh, we got something coming up nice. All right, here we go. Fant, Jacobs, N'Keal Harry. Did N'Keal Harry do anything tonight? Was he's out, right? He's 6-week IR or something. Did I hear that? And how about School Colors Cracked Ice? I tell you what, I was wrong about him getting a shot. Not when Andy Dalton is throwing for what, 400 some yards and a couple touchdowns. Is he on season-ending IR, Ian, or just like 6-week IR? He's out for the year. Cincinnati Bengals, Josh Gibson with the Cracked Ice School Colors. That's unfortunate, man. DK Metcalf looked all right today. Again, I didn't get to watch all the games. 8-week. All right, is that what it is? 8-week? I got to catch up on some of my rules and stuff. There's another Ryan Finley, Archie and Eli. We got Tate, Dorsett. Yeah, I really got to go back. I was surprised to see some of the stat lines. And Taylor Rapp out of 23, Cracked Ice College ticket for the LA Rams. Austin Linderwell. There you go. What game? Oh, the post game. So I love Monday Night Football, and here's why. I think the production value of Monday Night Football is such a quality presentation when they put on. Like, I get excited for the whole setup. I feel like the camera angles are better. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the idea of having that one featured game. Tomorrow is 2 feature games. So, one starts at what? Is it the Houston game that starts real late? I'll end up staying up because I want to really, really watch Houston if they're a late game. But I will say this. I just checked my tracking for Panini Black. It's supposed to, some people are getting it tomorrow. Mine's supposed to come Tuesday. I'm going to get up early and I'm going to call FedEx and see if I can get it to pick it up at the location. I'll drive to it. It's like an hour away. But I'll drive and see if they'll let me pick it up. If they do, I'll post it for tomorrow. So who's the late game then? Deontay Thompson. Deontay Thompson, I believe, is, and I'm going to look up these other guys real quick while I'm at it. So what about you guys, man? Who are you excited that you actually drafted that you didn't think you'd be as excited about? Arizona Cardinals, Deontay Thompson. Oh, Broncos, bro, that. Jordan Scarlett for the Carolina Panthers. This one numbered out of 50. The last one was numbered out of 75. 42 out of 50 for the Carolina Panthers. Colin getting one. Jordan Scarlett, orange. Eckler was a surprise. I think that really hurt Gordon's negotiating. Sammy Watkins. I did say it this morning. I showed you my DraftKings lineup. I had a lot of Watkins. All right, here we go. A.J. Brown for the Tennessee Titans going out to John C. It's about time we get you something there, John. A.J. Brown for the Tennessee Titans going out to John. Get you a little something. Woo! And graded a 9.5 for them Denver Broncos. Who knows? I think he's out for a little bit too. 8 out of 50. Drew Lock. There you go. I know he's not playing right away, but who knows? 8 out of 50 for the Denver Broncos going out to Clint. Oh, sorry, Thad. I knew it was a crow that had it. I'll tell you what, Hollywood Brown to me was one of the biggest surprises. And I think more than anything, Lamar Jackson throwing for 5 touchdowns. Now, I never doubted that he would be a quality quarterback. I just didn't know he would be that good. Again, grain of salt in a bubble. It's Miami Dolphins. You know, I got to see him again. Who do the Ravens have next week? I don't know if anyone's in here that would know. Oh, before I open this real quick, I'll show you that my screen was last time. We had this pulled up with all of the different fantasy people. Fantasy leader, the Cardinals next week. That should be fun, Chris. They should dominate that. But one of the biggest surprises, I got to say, Andy Dalton being the leading. Now, that's in yardage at that time. 2 TDs, 4 TDs for Dak with 405 yards. You know, Mahomes down there with 378. I think he was out for a little bit too. Lost Tyreek Hill way through the game. Lamar Jackson only played a little bit, but got 5 in the first half, I think he had. As far as running goes, Marlon Mack going in with 174 yards and a touchdown. Just a lot of surprises with that. Dalvin Cook, the way he did. Mark Ingram. But again, the Ravens you have to take it against the Dolphins. Just some different things to think about there. DJ Chark coming in with 146 yards on 4 receptions and a touchdown was interesting. But 3 touchdowns for Sammy Watkins. So mad, man. I had the right pieces, just not enough of them to complete the DraftKings Millionaire Maker today. As is like 250,000 people that say the same thing. Man, they got a nice schedule, Chris. I'll tell you what, it's not going to be a cakewalk for them, but it's going to be some exciting games. Kansas City's opener is against the Ravens. That should be exciting. Tom Brady, Dylan Mitchell, Darrell Henderson. I'm just going to try not to get upset about the Patriots and enjoy the rest of the league for a while. I'm so bitter about AB. Out of 99, Matt Stafford. And out of 49, C-Mac. He looked good today, man. I was pleasantly surprised with him. Not so much with Cam, which I expected. I set Cam for Trubisky. Not proud of myself for doing it because it didn't really work out, but not upset because, I mean, half a dozen won, 6 of the other. Baker Mayfield, Cleveland Browns going out to Todd, the poopy patch. So anybody else, who's going to be the pickup of the week? Obviously, Watkins and Brown being drafted in most leagues. I would say Marquise Brown less owned. Watkins generally owned because of the Chiefs offense. So I'd imagine Marquise Brown's going to be the number 1 pickup of the week, unless you guys are letting me know someone I'm missing. I think the Patriots the Steelers receivers take a huge hit. Julio Jones. A Cool Beasley could be a pickup in PPR leagues. Arthego Whiteside, Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew won't be picked up, but man, maybe in 2 QB leagues. Rich is all mad at me about the Patriots. I don't think that's really wise. Saquon Barkley out of 100. And David Montgomery out of 149 for the Bears. Josh Gordon as a pickup. Every league I was in, he was going early, 8th round or less. I don't know if he'll be a pickup. Maybe in 10-team, 18 leagues. I don't know. We got Dion, Dexter Lawrence, DK Daniel Jones. What was DK's final stat line? I had him pulled up last break, but Keenan Allen. And for the Buffalo Bills out of 349, Buffalo Bills going out to JT. Jonathan Thomas, David Sills, Buffalo Bills, Jonathan Thomas. Really, that's crazy. I think as the season approached, and I'm not sure when you drafted Chris, as the season got closer and closer and they kind of hinted at the fact that he would be starting in week 1, I think people got a little bit more excited about him. Zeke looking okay today. I didn't see his final stat line. Nothing special. Dak really stole the show. Zeke was like, here, I'll lay off a little bit. Go get your money. I got mine already. David Johnson, Rashawn Gary out of 275. And for the Baltimore Ravens, going out to Chris Vogt. Got you the Ravens in the random, Chris? He got a touchdown today too, right? Miles Boykin. One of the many touchdowns Lamar Jackson had. I think this is the one Lamar. I was watching the game when he scored. It was like a 5-yard touchdown, but he threw it from like 30 yards away. He was going back. I was so impressed at his accuracy and like velocity on that throw on his back heel. Man, it was I was like, that was probably the throw. I was like, Lamar's kind of legit. Or did they call? I think there was a flag on that play, but then they called it. They said it was on the. All right, last box. Good luck. I'm going to give out 2 $5 hitless credits tonight, too, for being the last break of the night. And just because it's football day. What a fun day, except for the last two games. Tie and a blowout. Really? I mean, he's definitely looks better, instantly better than he did last year, in my opinion. I mean, there's a noticeable difference. Would you say that, Chris, or would you say, nah, he was always this good, you just notice it now? Like, and honestly, because I feel like I watched him enough last year to say, and he was a rookie, he had a lot to learn, but he looks significantly better. Out of 100, Myles Gaskin, one of the players probably wants to be traded. Adrian Peterson, Antonio Brown, and how about a Sam Darnold for the Jets out of 49? Who ran for 6 yards? Sam Darnold, one, looks like a piece of the glove there. Football, oh, that's like a something. It's got sparkle in it. It's not a jersey. Out of 49 for the Jets, Sam Darnold. And then Boss Hog out of 25, Detroit Lions, Jonathan Pack, Kerryon Johnson. There you go. For the Lions. No, you're right. You're right, Todd. I thought Lamar had like 17 yards. Did I see that wrong? I thought he had like 5 carries for 17 yards, but no touchdown. I swear I saw that. I must have been looking in the wrong column. Maybe it was, I thought it was 6 carries for 17 yards or something. And no, I would agree with you, Todd. I would say that it's the Dolphins, and I said, but that's all we have to look at right now. Joshua Allen out of 75. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean, it is, but you still have to throw for 5 touchdowns in a game. There have been bad teams in the history of the NFL before, and there have been many quarterbacks that were not able to throw 5 touchdowns against them. So there's that too. Tony Pollard and Zeke. Did we see any Pollard action today? I mean, 5 touchdowns is 5 touchdowns. Did you? You knew it was going to happen? I think you're going to see that. I said that in Pick'em. Another one for the Rams. Taylor Rapp out of 100. I said, I have a feeling you're going to see that in a lot of leagues this year, is people picking up, especially daily fantasy, whoever's playing that Dolphins team. And it's not going to get better. I mean, they have a little bit of a crisis on their hands, in my opinion, on what they're going to do. Players are going to quit on them. Pollard had 4 carries. How did he do? Did he get anywhere with them? Probably not. I mean, a running back, I feel like, does have to get into the rhythm. Yeah, I was a little mad at myself. I knew there was a lot of people going after Lamar. I knew Jameis was a big one too, but I figured I'd go Jameis, Godwin, with Evans maybe having the flu, thinking Godwin might, because I had Sammy Watkins too, but I thought, hey, maybe he'll have the same effect. My original hopes was that Godwin put up Watkins numbers as well. You win some, you lose some. You have to take those odds when there's 275,000 people in a contest. You kind of have to get a little bit, you have to pair up something. You can't just have a chalk lineup. Out of 75, Randy White. I think for me, Chris, it's not that I ever thought they were just like, I just always thought they were kind of a boring team, but that was when they were kicking field goals to win. I think that they're in the North, so that the Steelers also always steal the show there. Historically, they've been the team that everyone talks about. Will Grier out of 149. Yeah, Kafka, I would agree. Like Justin just said what I was thinking about. Carolina Panthers, Will Grier. Carolina going out to Colin, getting a Grier out of 149. There you go, Colin. All right, guys, let's do a recap. I got to actually first, before I do the recap, look up these. Nick Brissett, I think, is Yeah, I mean, John Ross was on my radar, but like everyone was going after Tyler Boyd, right? New England Patriots on that. That's who I thought. And Jacques Patrick. So I'm not buying too much into John Ross, but you're right. He could be the pickup of the week. I don't think a lot of people had him. That's going to be free agent. Did he ever? It looks like he may have signed. Let's look it up. I don't see him on with any team, but does anyone know if he was ever signed? If not, we'll have to random it off. Maybe you guys can help me out. But no, that is frustrating, Chris. I get what you're saying. Listen, I feel like by the referees, the Bills are disrespected constantly. We get no, and I know every team can feel this way, but it's so hard to every year watch the Patriots get calls after calls, and then the Bills, I feel like, get shafted every year on calls. But then it doesn't help when your guys like Jerry Hughes just blatantly lights people up and gets out of 75, Randy White. Out of 50, Raquel Armstead. Out of 75, Joshua Allen. He said that? He said, I'm not bad for a running back? Dude, I love when those guys, like, tongue-in-cheek, just crush the trolls. Out of 99, Stafford. Christian McCaffrey out of 49. Marquez Valdez, Hayden Hurst, Naeem Hines, and Jalen Samuels. Prism rated rookies. That's funny he said that. That is funny. Does anyone know if Jacques Patrick went anywhere? All right, we're going to do two $5 hitless credits. Let's go ahead, though, and look at this right here. Tony Pollard and Zeke Elliott. Tony Pollard and Zeke going to the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be rain. Sam Darnold for the New York Jets going out to Clint. Baker Mayfield for the Cleveland Browns going out to Todd. Whee! Bush for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, man. Maybe they can combine the Steelers and the Dolphins this year. Pittsburgh Steelers going out to Brian Shade. For the Arizona Cardinals, Joshua Rosen going to Logan. Nick Brissett for the New England Patriots going out to Richard. Taylor Rapp for the LA Rams going out to Austin. And Kerryon Johnson for the Detroit Lions, Jonathan Pack. Miles Boykin going out to the Baltimore Ravens, Chris Vogt. David Sills for the Buffalo Bills, Jonathan Thomas. Pretty spread out break today. David Montgomery for the Chicago Bears going out to Logan. A.J. Brown for the Tennessee Titans going out to John C. The Carolina Panthers, Jordan Scarlett going out to Colin. And Deontay Thompson for the Arizona Cardinals going out to Logan as well. Taylor Rapp for the LA Rams. This one out of 23. Cracked Ice college ticket. Then for the Cincinnati Bengals, Josh Gibson getting the Cracked Ice school colors. Ryan Finley out of 23. Jay Sternberger for the Green Bay Packers going out to Jason Upchurch. Penny Hart for the Indianapolis Colts going out to Israel. For the Tampa Bay Bucks, Justin Watson going out to Kevin. The Michael Gallup Dallas Cowboys, that is the bronze rated rookie. Nice card there. Dallas going out to Rain. And then the Will Greer out of 149. Drew Lock for the Denver Broncos out of 50. Actually, really spread out break. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to random this card off first, but it will not count as a hit, though. Let me do the hitless credits first then. All right. Two teams are going to get $5 hitless credits. Pulling on them Gardner Minshews week after week. Now we do 3 breaks a day. Can't pull one. Tomorrow with 2 Monday night games, there should be some fun with the with all the matchups and like big players too. So a lot of people have Watson and those Texans players. Get to see that Jacobs running back for Oakland. Hopefully get to see him some action. Top 2 teams win $5 credit. Then we'll give away that Jacques. It's going to go to the Saints and the Niners. Saints going to be Alex. The Niners going to be Adam D. Both of you getting $5 break credit. Now, that was weird. So my internet doesn't shut down. Y'all see that? Oh, is that a storm? All right. Chris Hallman winning it. Oops, sorry. Chris Hallman, you got the card, the extra card there. You have to go back and watch the recap, man. You got some stuff in here, Rain. Did I say Chris or Colin Holm? Colin Holloman, sorry. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Look for the black drop tomorrow. Hopefully I can go get that. Either way, it'll be a pre-sale tomorrow. Whether we break it tomorrow night or early evening, or we break it on Tuesday, but we'll be selling black tomorrow. The checklist looks awesome. All right. Y'all take it easy. Enjoy tomorrow's games. We'll be back. Have a good night.